Coming up on this edition of Access Virginia Beach, ever wonder where our water comes from? We'll take you on a 90-mile journey to find out. Plus, it's considered America's largest open house, and we'll bring you inside. And the East Coast Surfing Championships make a major announcement. We'll bring you the details. That and more are coming up as we access Virginia Beach. Hello and welcome to VBTV's Access Virginia Beach, a program that informs you of news and events from around our city and schools. I'm Peter Van Heest, and thanks for joining us. Pouring a glass of water, taking a shower, even watering your lawn. These are all daily activities many of us take for granted. But have you ever wondered exactly where that clean water is coming from? Here to show us is Access reporter Diana Cartwright.
Water, water everywhere, nor any drop to drink. That line from the rhyme of the ancient mariner used to describe the city of Virginia Beach in the 80s and 90s, a growing city surrounded by the Atlantic Ocean and the Chesapeake Bay without a way to provide its own water. Today, a different story. This glass represents the end of a 90-mile journey for the water coming out of the tap. That glass of water actually began here. Straddling the Virginia-North Carolina border, Lake Gaston is a man-made lake and was created in 1963 when a hydroelectric dam was built on the Roanoke River. It also represents, perhaps, the boldest decision in Virginia Beach history. After years of purchasing surplus water from Norfolk, the city needed its own supply.
Norfolk really wasn't in a position to give us a guaranteed supply, and even if they had been, its resources were not sufficient to meet our needs. So the council and the staff decided it was time to solve this problem once and for all and pin down a source that would meet our needs well into the future.
After exploring costly alternatives such as creating its own reservoir or building expensive seawater desalination plants,
the city made the decision in November of 1982 and said that it would be Lake Gaston, and that we directed the staff, city council directed the staff to go implement the project.
Ambitious and expensive, the proposed 76-mile-long pipeline had its share of opponents, and for 15 years the debate raged in court and the headlines.
The legal regulatory environment for permitting a water project is a very long gauntlet, and that gauntlet is long in both terms of time and then all the stakeholders and special interests who perhaps don't want you to do the project that you want to implement. The two main opponents, one was the state of North Carolina, and the other was the Roanoke River Basin Association. The Roanoke River Basin originates in Virginia, but it flows, all of the water flows to North Carolina.
Still, those city councils, spanning 7 election cycles, saw the pipeline as a major way to sustain Virginia Beach. So while the city was in court and there was no certainty of surviving the regulatory gauntlet,
City Council ordered and authorized the staff to begin construction on those projects. Because of that, when we finally did get all the permits, we were able to complete the project in really a little bit under 2 years.
Almost 15 years to the day after the selection of the Lake Gaston pipeline project, the spigot opened and the capability of 60 million gallons of water a day began flowing into Virginia's largest city.
By the time that project came online, the city's backlog of properties that could connect to the system was just about exhausted. In the absence of the project, there would have been not much development past the year 2000. And you see things, you look at all of our SGA work, Town Center, what's going on at Laskin Road, what's going to happen in the other SGAs, wouldn't have been able to happen.
So let's add this up. The Lake Gaston pipeline project, $150 million. No water shortages, no moratorium on growth, and the lowest water rates in the region for the last 15 years, priceless. For VBTV, I'm Diana Cartwright.
Chesapeake is a partner in the project, and their city receives 10 million gallons of water per day and pays 1/6 of the cost. Lake Gaston is located about 125 miles west of Virginia Beach. The Atlantic hurricane season doesn't officially start until June the 1st, but that doesn't mean you can't start preparing now. Mark your calendars and get ready to save some money. The Hurricane Preparedness tax holiday is right around the corner. Hit the stores on May 25th through the 31st, and no sales tax will be charged on supplies used to protect your home during the hurricane season. Stock up on things like batteries, bottled water, first aid kits, portable generators, and much more. For a complete list of items, log on to tax.virginia.gov/sales tax holiday. Warmer weather means summer is right around the corner, but unfortunately with sunny days comes pesky critters, including ticks. The Virginia Beach Health Department wants to make sure you're aware of the dangers of tick-borne diseases. A walk through the woods could result in some unwanted visitors, ticks, and with ticks comes the danger of contracting Lyme disease.
Lyme disease is a serious bacterial infection that people contract from the bite of a deer tick.
Lyme disease is a rising health concern in our area and can result in serious medical conditions.
It has turned my life upside down, my family's life upside down. I had, for 3 years straight, my heart rate was twice what it should be. I had fluid around my heart.
It is a serious disease. Many people find that they continue to suffer from chronic fatigue, pain, memory problems, and other symptoms even after treatment. It can also affect the heart and the nervous system.
There's currently no vaccine for the disease, so what's the best way to prevent it?
Best way is to avoid tick bites in the first place. People who go outside should wear light-colored clothing, if possible long sleeves and long pants. You can tuck your pants into your socks. You can tuck your shirt into your pants if you can tolerate it in the heat. And as soon as you get back inside, it's important to do what we call a tick check.
To help spread awareness of this disease, families are invited to attend the first annual Walk to Defeat Lyme Disease. Mark your calendars for Saturday, May 21st, and head out to Mount Trashmore for a walk and a family picnic. The fun begins at 8:30 and is free and open to the community. For more information, email the address listed on your screen. In our area, tick season runs from May through October. People were out enjoying the warm weather recently as hundreds flocked to the Birdneck Point neighborhood to celebrate Historic Garden Week.
Today is our open house. It's the Virginia Beach House and Garden Tour. It's a statewide tour, and it's the 78th year. It's considered the largest open house in America. So we have 5 homes and 5 private gardens on tour today.
Private homes, as well as 6 of the city's historic homes, opened up their gates and front doors to show off their springtime colors.
And make sure you look at all the arrangements. This is a fresh fruit arrangement right here.
From rain gardens to compost piles, visitors were inspired to take ideas home with them.
What we hope people realize that there is a way to beautifully design your garden so that it not only does the job of being beautiful, it can also do a job of filtering water, and we're being more responsible in our gardening.
Hundreds of people participated in the tour, which included a scenic bay cruise, art auction, and much more. But the main attraction was definitely the stunning homes.
They're beautiful. People take so much time, and just every detail is attended to. They're beautifully decorated, and it's a wonderful place to go to come and get ideas for your own house.
The event was sponsored by the Princess Anne and Virginia Beach Garden Clubs, and all funds from ticket sales go back to the restoration of historic gardens throughout the state. Historic Garden Week is always held the 3rd full week in April. Log on to vagardenweek.org for more information. Coming up next on this edition of Access Virginia Beach, the East Coast Surfing Championships make a major announcement. Plus, one elementary school combines math lessons with pizza for equal parts fun and learning. We'll have those stories and much more when we return.
They are the largest volunteer-based group of its kind in the country. They respond to over 40,000 calls a year. They have saved countless lives. We're talking about Virginia Beach's Volunteer Emergency Medical Services, and they're looking for you to join the ranks. From medical emergencies to life-saving interventions, EMS volunteers are state certified, highly trained, and ready to respond around the clock. Training classes are held regularly and are tuition-free. So if you're ready to make a difference and can commit 48 hours a month, then volunteer for Virginia Beach EMS.
Step back in time to learn the story of determined individuals who wanted more for their children. The Union Kempsville Museum tells the story of the first and only school for African American children in segregated Princess Anne County. Located at the Renaissance Academy in Virginia Beach, the museum contains artifacts from the school's history like old photographs, athletic equipment, and prom queen crowns. Interactive features keep the stories of triumph alive. The school may be closed, but the legacy lives on. Visit the Union Kempsville Museum, a story for all people.
Welcome back to Access Virginia Beach. I'm Peter Van Heest. For almost half a century, the East Coast Surfing Championships have brought thousands of visitors and athletes to the ocean front for the annual end of the summer celebration. Now the second oldest surfing competition in the world has gotten even bigger.
We are pleased to announce that the Coastal Edge ECSC's Pro Division is designated as an Association of Surfing Professionals, or ASP, 4-star event.
In a recent press conference, event organizers announced new ratings and a higher purse for ECSC competitors.
What that means is that we'll have more and more athletes, professional surfing athletes, that'll come down to Virginia Beach and compete this year. It really is something to be really celebrated. We're expecting crowds of over 200,000 people.
And with a total purse of $115,000 compared to the previous 60, event officials can draw some of the sport's top surfers.
It is what helps make Virginia Beach the greatest city in the world. The surfing community, this contest that's been going on for so many years. And I sincerely thank you all for making it stronger.
The Coastal Edge ECSC is a multi-event beach sports and entertainment festival, and this year it takes over the ocean front from August 22nd through the 28th. For event details, log on to surfecsc.com. Believe it or not, but graduations are right around the corner, and caps and gowns will be the style once again as the class of 2011 walk across the stage at the Convention Center and receive their hard-earned diplomas. All Virginia Beach high schools will take their turn on the stage beginning June 15th through the 18th. As in years past, VBTV will cover each graduation and replay the event on cablecast. Additionally, each special graduation will be broadcast live on the internet courtesy of TroopTube. This service provides a link to the ceremony for parents, grandparents, and other friends unable to attend the event. Those wishing to order a DVD copy of the ceremony can do so by going online to vbgov.com/VBTV. VBTV will rebroadcast each ceremony during the end of June, beginning of July. And since we're talking about graduations, are you interested in sending a special note to one of this year's graduates? VBGradwall is a great way to send a message to a member of the graduating class of 2011. Students, staff, fellow classmates, family members, and friends are encouraged to post a note on any school's grad wall. Each beach high school will have grad walls available. The Adult Learning Center's version is available now, and the remaining grad walls will be available starting June the 1st. For each message submitted, you must select a school grad wall found in the left side navigation bar to post your note. VBGradwall will be available until July 30th of this year. Most kids love pizza, so when teachers at Windsor Woods Elementary combined the favorite meal with a lesson plan, as you can imagine, it was a big hit.
Let's go out for pizza tonight.
The day started off with a good story, but for these lucky first graders, much more was in store.
You are going to be making pizzas, and I will have the recipe.
But this was more than just a yummy treat.
Your pizza costs 35 cents.
Students had to buy their ingredients, come up with advertising for their restaurant, and even copy down the recipe.
Go to the store and buy the ingredients. They are English muffins, pizza sauce, and mozzarella cheese.
The class was a comprehensive lesson that incorporated math and social studies and was a lot of fun for these pizza lovers.
I'm eating, and writing is one of my favorite subjects in school.
So what did the students think of their pizza?
Best thing I ever had.
Delicious.
All the first graders at Windsor Woods Elementary got to participate in this unique lesson. And when we return, find out why these students have been so busy collecting and saving pennies, and see how the public library is helping teach children how to manage their money. That's in just a bit.
Discover a force in nature that will make your hair stand up on end. Ride the tides and see how the sun can create electricity. See what it took to bring about man's first flight and tap into your magnetic personality. It will be the best time you will ever have. Okay, there is your birthday, but it's fun. Join me, Pilot Lindy, on the next How in the World.
Welcome back to Access Virginia Beach. I'm Peter Van Heest. Virginia Beach schools are distinctive with the many honors attributed towards its academic programs. Just recently, the entire division was honored as one of the 11 recipients in the United States Environmental Protection Agency's Mid-Atlantic Region Awards. The EPA honored beach schools for exemplary achievements in environmental excellence and pollution prevention. As the largest school division in the region, our public schools understand the importance of conserving resources and protecting our environment. In 2005, Hermitage Elementary became the first LEED, that's Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design, certified elementary school in Virginia. And the Renaissance Academy was recently designated as the division's first LEED Gold certified facility. Its sustainable features include using rainwater harvesting system to flush the toilets and a solar-heated hot water system for the cafeteria. Other highlights contributing to promoting a healthy planet included a school bus no idle policy and adjusting temperature controls in all buildings, which resulted in $500,000 in savings. Most parents belong to the hip National Bank. You know, when your child asks for money and you reach into your hip pocket to give it to them. Well, your local libraries in the school division are offering a series of programs designed to teach your kids how to manage their money and to leave your wallet alone. Here's Access reporter Mickey Aceto with more.
You are now in your mid-20s, and what is the first thing I expect you to do? Job. You, don't be lazy, get a job.
The program promotes financial awareness for today's youth.
Your Money for Life is a series of 25 programs that are happening between February and November at the Virginia Beach Public Library. We are bringing outside speakers, educators in the financial industry from credit unions and other organizations into the library to help teens between the ages of 12 and 18 learn about how to manage their money.
Designed for students aged 12 to 18, the course teaches kids one thing:
financial literacy. I tell these kids that if somebody had told me what I'm going to tell them when I was their age, my life would be greatly different at this point.
By informing students about money management through real-life scenarios, it alerts them to possible situations they could find themselves in.
We try to get them involved in what do they need to do to be financially free. Sometimes it's as simple as, I don't know how to balance my checkbook, or I don't even know what a debit card is, and that's great. But what are we going to do about when you go to buy your first car? Do you know how to read a contract? What about your credit card? How can you shop around for the best APR? What does it mean to go over the limit? We tell them that their credit score is the most important number in their life after their Social Security number.
Participants learn about the value of a good education as well as sound fiscal responsibilities. Middle and high school teachers can even request the library department to teach a lesson for their students.
The Reality Store is actually an opportunity for teens aged 12 to 18 to have a real look at how adults have to deal with money.
And if these seminars or school visits are not possible, every local branch of the library has books that will teach you the same lessons. Your Money for Life has 2 one-hour seminars planned for May. The first one, on the 4th, is being held at the Myra E. Oberndorf Central Library beginning at 6 p.m. The second is being held in the Kempsville area branch on the 10th at 5:45 p.m. Contact those branches to register or go online at vbgov.com. Students at Pembroke Elementary have been collecting pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters to pay for playground equipment for their classmates with special needs. Their goal was to collect between $500 and $800, and the students have already reached that.
We are creating a special needs playground for our special needs population here at Pembroke. We're raising funds. We've raised $27,000 already, and we have a little bit more to go, but the kids today did an awesome job of actually raising $704 to put towards our total.
Students stayed busy counting and collecting the coins, knowing that their special needs friends will enjoy their new playground just as they do.
The thing that's a little different about it is we have a playground for children with regular needs, but we also need a playground for children with special needs. We're trying to make it handicap accessible and handicap functional.
Parents of special needs children at Pembroke love the school and what it provides for their kids.
Well, basically, Pembroke has everything that a handicapped child needs except a playground. And if you have a special needs child, you don't realize how hard it is to go to the playground and there's nothing that they can play on. They can't ride the swings, they can't climb up all the apparatus. So having a playground that's made especially just for them would mean everything.
One final fundraiser is scheduled for May 15th. Play Around for the Playground is a golf tournament taking place at Red Wing Park. Contact the school at 648-3320 for registration info or to sign up to be a sponsor for a hole. Sharing and building positive relationships are a big reason that the Education Foundation provides grants to teachers and school programs across the city, like the one at Fairfield Elementary, where some 5th grade gal pals have formed a tight group of friends.
I will allow my spirit to shine each day to light my path along the way.
They're called the Glam Girls, an acronym for Girls Learning, Achieving, and Motivating.
The purpose of Glam is to help young women learn and achieve what they can achieve out of life and be motivated by the role models that they see and have around them. And today's activity did just exactly that.
The activity of the day, Friendship Flower Pots.
Right now we're working on flower pots because everybody is different, and so we're going to plant different seeds in each pot. I love working with my Glam girls because everybody's so supportive and everybody helps me with everything.
And while these young ladies were planting seeds, harvesting friendships was the real cash crop.
We had to plant seeds in our pots that our friends decorated for us. And I was really excited about our friends decorating them because when we're really older, when we look back on this, we'll remember like how we were and who our friends were and everything.
Every child has dreams and aspirations. Teachers from Fairfield serve as sponsors for the girls and help them to discover who they are.
It's supposed to help increase the girls' self-esteem, help improve their body image, their self-confidence, because each one of them has something remarkable to give, and just kind of encouraging them, giving them a positive attitude, motivating them, and helping them to achieve their goals.
A PowerPoint presentation depicted Glam students 10 to 15 years down the road in their future careers. It provided lasting impressions.
President taught me that if I really put my mind to it, I can do anything, and now I know that even though I'm young, I can still change my mind and be whatever my heart tells me to be.
Representatives from Geico Insurance, who sponsored the Education Foundation grant, attended the session and were pleased with the results.
It's very gratifying. We are so thrilled to have come here today to see how the funds are being used and to see that these girls really are taking something away from the program that's really going to help them to build their self-esteem and motivate them to become whatever it is that they've set out to become.
Motivational programs like these can be found all across the division. To find out more and see how you can become involved, visit the Education Foundation website at VBEF.org. And with that, we've come to the end of our show, but if you've missed something or would like to see it again, you can view this program online. Just log on to vbgov.com/eStream, then find and click on Access Virginia Beach. And for everyone here at VBTV, I'm Peter Van Heest, and thanks for watching.